Welcome to Dreamy Tales, your bedtime haven. Prepare to embark on a journey of tranquility and relaxation. I'm here to weave enchanting stories that will gently guide you into a restful night's sleep. Subscribe and let the soothing whispers of Dreamy Tales be your nightly companion. The Adventures of Alex and Annie in Dreamland. Chapter 1. A Wish Upon a Star. The twinkling stars shone brightly against the inky sky as Alex lay awake with thoughts swirling in his head. He sighed, wishing he could embark on an exciting adventure instead of counting sheep. Beside him in their cozy bedroom, Annie was also restless. "Alex, are you still awake?" she whispered into the dark. "Yes," he replied. "I was thinking about how boring it is here in our little town. I wish something magical would happen." No sooner had the words left his mouth than a shooting star streaked across the heavens. The siblings gasped in unison. "Quick, make a wish," urged Annie. She squeezed her eyes shut tight as Alex did the same. In their minds, they wished as one for an adventure beyond their wildest dreams. When Alex opened his eyes again, a glowing light had appeared at the foot of their bed. It swirled and shimmered, growing larger by the second. "Annie, look!" he cried out. She gasped. "It's a portal, but where does it lead?" Curiosity overpowered any hesitation. Hand in hand, Alex and Annie stepped through the luminous rings and found themselves somewhere totally different. They had arrived in a magical land filled with sights their village could never offer. Fluffy clouds floated below, dyed in shades of candy floss pink and mint. Fields of flowers stretched as far as the eye could see, their soft petals resembling raspberries, lemon drops, and licorice whips. Overhead, swirling dragons as colorful as parrots soared through the skies, leaving glittering trails in emerald green and sapphire blue. It was more beautiful than anything Alex and Annie had ever dreamed. "Welcome to Dreamland," called a musical voice. The siblings turned to see a tiny winged girl waving from a cotton candy bush. Her gown was woven from gossamer, and her hair flowed like spun sugar. "I'm Poppy, a Dreamland pixie. Come, let me show you around." So with wonder and joy filling their hearts, Alex and Annie's great adventure in the magical land of Dreamland was underway. What sights and wonders would they discover next in this enchanting place? Chapter 2. Arrival in Dreamland. Poppy the pixie flew lazily through the air, grinning as Alex and Annie trotted alongside her, gazing eagerly at Dreamland's delights. "This way to the dandelion fields," she called, gesturing with a translucent wing. The siblings hurried through a towering candy cane forest until the trees thinned, revealing an ocean of fluffy white puffs that stretched as far as the eye could see. Each dandelion head was larger than their house back home. Alex plucked one and blew, giggling as hundreds of tiny parachutes drifted on the breeze. Annie chased after them, her laughter like the tinkling of bells. She caught one and placed it in her pocket as a souvenir. "I'll keep it to remember this magical place," she said softly, still awestruck. Poppy laughed. "You'll have many treasures to take home from Dreamland." She led them down cotton candy paths, winding between the puffs. As they walked, colors shifted in the fluff, from pure white to rosy pink and sunny yellow. Emerging from the fields, a wondrous sight greeted them. A forest filled with blossoms, aglow with inner light. Their frilly edges flickered like flames, but emitted a soothing warmth. Poppy explained these were dream willows that bloomed only at night. As Alex and Annie gazed up at wispy branches bearing peach and aqua blooms, ghostly shapes flitted between the trunks. Soon, a swarm of miniature lights emerged. Fireflies with jewel-toned wings blinked slow greetings. Poppy encouraged the children to dance amongst the starry insects. Laughing, they twirled as firefly wings brushed their skin, leaving tickling trails of glitter. The forest echoed with their merriment long into the starry night. When at last they tired, Poppy led them to a glade where puffy clouds made the softest of beds. As Alex and Annie snuggled into the downy mass, watching the willow's blooms sway in the moonlit breeze, Poppy whispered, "Sleep well and see where your dreams may take you." With full hearts and a new abundance of magical memories, the children of Earth drifted off into the land of Nod, content to let the wonders of Dreamland sink into their souls until the morrow. Chapter 3. Fun and Games in the Forest. The rising sun greeted Alex and Annie as they awoke, refreshed and eager for more adventures. Poppy fluttered overhead, grinning mischievously. "Follow me to the forest playground," she said. Weaving between candy-striped tree trunks, they arrived at a glade dotted with towering toadstools. Some had spots like polka dots, while others shimmered with rainbow foil sheen. "Climb aboard," said Poppy, spiraling up a vermilion mushroom taller than their old oak-back home. At the top was a bounce house made of frothy mushroom caps. Annie whooped as she bounced higher and higher, petal-pink skirt fluttering. Alex somersaulted across, giggling. Poppy danced nimble circles around them on the trampoline surface. On the ground below, a scuffle arose. Tiny figures rolled together, chattering. "Pixie picnics disrupted," chortled Poppy. She swooped down, scooping up the culprits. "Nib and Nab love snacking on sweet mushroom morsels. But no fighting, you two." The troublemaker pixies stuck out their tongues, twisting to escape as Poppy released them into the trees. "Let's explore while they cool off," she suggested. Further in, mirror-bright pools reflected the forest wonders. On the bank, something glinted, a treasure trove of polished acorn caps decorated with gems, rubies, emeralds, and more. "For your collection." Poppy gave them each a handful. Ahead, a rustling rose through the quiet. Cautiously, the children crept forward and gasped. A great snowy owl preened silently on her perch. Colorful eggs nestled below. Her amber eyes locked with theirs calmly, as if sharing a secret of hope and new life. As the sun shone overhead, Alex and Annie bade Poppy farewell, hearts brimful of memories from another enchanting day in Dreamland. Chapter 4. The Candy Mountain Challenge. The towering mountain of spun sugar loomed before Alex and Annie as they explored Dreamland's shores. "We must reach the peak," declared Annie eagerly. But how, when its glassy sides were sheer and slippery? A kindly breeze whispered in their ears, "Follow me through the flowering dell to the one who sees all paths. There, riddles will aid your climb." So into a meadow, sweet with honeysuckle scent, they went. Amongst fluttering blossoms, in shades of coral and peach, sat a great horned owl, though plumper than those on earth. "Greetings, travelers," she hooted wisdomly. "To scale yonder mountain, answer 3 of my rhymes. First, what have I that no one else has?" "Your name," replied Annie cleverly. Next, as soft as a shadow and potentially just as dark, "What am I?" "Doubt," said Alex thoughtfully. Finally, What can you catch but not throw? A cold, they chorused together. The owl smiled. Well answered. Look beneath for your path. There, moss spelled clues their way. Threading through a glade where licorice tendrils curled, Alex noticed runes etched on twisting vines. By deciphering the old Dreamland tongue with Annie, they unlocked a secret door in the cliff. Within a whimsical grotto, a gushing brook bubbled with lemonade. Rafting upon lollipop logs, the children laughed merrily as the current carried them up through a twisting tunnel. Emerging into daylight once more, they stood at the mountaintop, gazing across a sea of clouds touched with pink sunset hues. As stars began to wake, Alex and Annie felt they had conquered a challenge through teamwork, as well as unlocked more magic in Dreamland. Chapter 5. Farewell to Dreamland. As the first rays of dawn filtered through the wispy clouds, Alex and Annie watched colors bloom across the waking sky. All around, Dreamland stirred from its rest, dragons unfurling their gossamer wings to greet the new day. The siblings sighed, content yet tinged with sadness. They had experienced wonders beyond imagining, but their time here was ending. Poppy fluttered to their sides, offering a fond farewell. We'll miss your smiles and laughs, little ones, but Dreamland will remain in your hearts wherever you roam. Taking each child by the hand, Poppy guided them to the golden portal where their journey began. Thanks for being the best adventurers, she said, embracing them warmly. Now go and spread magic wherever your own paths may lead. With waves and blown kisses, Alex and Annie stepped back through into their bedroom, where dawn's first light poured through the window. Home again, they fell into a cozy hug on the bed, drinks of Dreamland's delights still on their lips. Although hours had passed there, not a minute had gone by in the real world. As adults stirred elsewhere in the house, the siblings smiled secretively at one another. I'll never forget our time in that magical place, breathed Annie. Me too, agreed Alex. Maybe someday we can go back. Days passed in their small town as usual, yet snippets of Dreamland lingered. And songbirds at play, drifting clouds watching over the land, and warmth carried on every gentle breeze. At night, falling asleep under the stars, Alex and Annie would dream again of mystical places full of wonder, friendship, and joy. Somehow they knew that no matter how far dreams may roam, Dreamland would forever be holding a piece of their hearts, keeping its magic alive through hopes and memories to be revisited anytime their imaginations soared. The end. As the stars twinkle above, it's time for dreamy tales to bid you good night. May the soothing echoes of our stories linger in your dreams, offering you a serene escape. Until we meet again under the moonlit sky, sleep tight and sweet dreams.